Hi everyone, it's Rachelle, and I'm going to draw a special story today. And this story is something that happened at my home about working together. Can you think of anything that you do at your home that could count as working together? What do you think? I think that maybe sometimes at your home you might be a helper. And being a helper might mean you work together. Like, do you ever help your family clean up your toys? Or what if you work together to fold the laundry? Or you might work together to cook dinner or set the table. Can you think of some ways that you work together? I'm going to draw a story about how I worked together with my family outside and we made something really special. So first, I need to draw my storyline. Remember, that's just a black line right across your paper. Now, can you remember what happens up here? Did you say draw your picture? That's where you draw. What about below the line? What do you do down here? That's where you write your story. So the first person that you should draw in any of your stories is yourself. So I'm going to draw me. I'm going to make a head, a circle for a head, and an oval for a body. And I'm going to make 2 legs and 2 arms. Okay, that's one person. And maybe I should finish. I'm gonna make my green eyes. And I have blonde hair, so I like to use yellow. And my hair is always just a little bit fluffy. And I'm going to hold off on making my mouth because that's a good way of telling how somebody feels by looking at what their mouth is doing and their face. So I'm going to draw 2 more people in my story. I'm going to make a person who's really tall, has long legs, and that's going to be my dad. So my dad has brown eyes. Actually, does he have brown eyes? I don't know. And guess what? He has gray hair, but I don't have a gray marker, so I'm just going to use brown. Okay, and I have one more person to draw, and that is my mom. Now I'm going to draw her over here. My mom has brown eyes, and she also has gray hair, but I don't have a marker. So I'll just make her hair be brown. And guess what? She has fluffy, fluffy hair like I do. Okay, this is what happened. We were over at my mom and dad's house, and I decided I wanted to help them make a garden. So we worked together to build a box. Okay, here's our box. There it is. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger like that. Okay, there's our box. And I'm going to pretend like this part down here is some dirt. So we had to work together to build the box. We had to work together to fill the box with dirt. And then we worked together to plant some seeds in the garden. And all summer long, we worked together to add some water, because that's what a plant needs to grow. And we worked together to make sure that there was no weeds, because sometimes when you have a garden, the weeds might come and they take over all the plants. So I'm gonna draw a picture of what we worked together to grow. We grew well, this is tricky because is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? There was some fluffy plants like this, and they had something growing on them that was red, and it was a sphere. Can you guess what it is? It was some tomatoes. We worked together to grow some tomatoes, and those grow above the ground on a bushy plant. Then we worked together to grow something orange. What can you think of that you eat that's orange? Did you say a carrot? Yes. We worked together to grow some carrots, and those grow under the dirt. They're a root. The top is green and the bottom is orange. And we worked together to grow one more thing. And that was, can't wait. Something else that grows under the ground. And it's the part you eat is under the ground, but there is something at the top. I'll use a little bit of brown to show you. And there's some leaves on it too. It was potatoes. So we worked together to make a beautiful garden. We made tomatoes, carrots, and potatoes. Okay, so how do you think we were feeling after we saw our beautiful garden? What do you think? We were feeling happy. So I'm gonna make some big smiles. Just like that. Oh, I'm forgetting one more thing. Do you think this happened outside or inside? Outside, right? This was an outside garden. Oops, so I'm going to make a yellow sun. That's the setting of our story, is outside. And here's the characters, me, my dad, and my mom. And here's what happened. We worked together to grow some vegetables in a garden. So I'm going to add some labels. So who's this? me. I'm going to write M-E. And I'm going to make a speech bubble on my dad because he said, thank you for helping. Because he was so thankful that I came over to their home and we worked together on this garden. Okay, and here's my mom over here. So I'm going to write the story now. Can you remember what happened? Okay, I'm going to write, we worked together to grow a beautiful garden. And it was so delicious. Can you remember what we grew? Tomatoes, starts with a T. Carrots, starts with a C. Potatoes, starts with a P. And guess what? If you go on my YouTube playlist, the Owl Room playlist, I actually have a video of us harvesting all of our potatoes. So you could see what they look like. Okay, thank you so much for listening to my work together story. I'll talk to you soon.